Remember the time I dropped the brisket on the ground? Well, this is that story. Aside from that fiasco, the entire experience of using the East Oak smoker was really easy and actually not really as overwhelming as I thought it was going to be. I decided to make one rack of ribs as well as a brisket. This is only the second time I've made a brisket in my entire life, and the last time I made a brisket, it was in the oven. This is the first time I've ever used a smoker in my life. I don't think I can say that enough to you. The things I learned here. Okay, number one, don't usually put meat up on top of it. Like, you need some kind of table to help you and then things won't fall. This does not take pellets. You absolutely need to use those like tiny wood chip chunks of wood things. And if you're doing a brisket, I recommend making sure you add a little bit more, especially when it's cold outside. The ribs being in foil actually didn't cook it the way I wanted it to because I wanted it to be more of a drier, crispier type of rib, and it took a long time to do that. But mostly that's just my inexperience, I think. There's really no reason to wrap these ribs. Make sure you use the light. I didn't know there was a light on there until I accidentally found it. Pay attention to how much liquid you need to add because you don't need to fill up the entire container. Also, if you're planning to eat the same day, make sure you start earlier in the daytime. Otherwise, you're going to eat at midnight like I did. Usually when my husband cooks a brisket on the grill, I feel like it's this really long, drawn-out ordeal, and I don't feel like that was the case with the East Oak smoker. I feel like I was able to just kind of have my own handle on things, and I really appreciated the fact that it didn't require a lot of managing. For me, it felt very much set it and forget it, and while next time I'll start earlier, this was solid.